Women need a seat at the table. And in some cases, where this isn't available, well, then you know what? Then they need to create their own table.
Well, Her Royal Highness, the Duchess of Sussex, hasn't just created her own table. She's invited a handful of women to it, including Michelle Obama.
I never thought my life would be that awesome.
Meghan Markle teamed up with British Vogue's editor-in-chief, Edward Enninful, to guest edit the mag's September 2019 issue. The issue is typically Vogue's biggest, and Meghan is the first to serve as guest editor in its 103-year history.
We are at a crossroads in the world right now. The decisions that we make in every country around the world about how we're going to treat women, how we're going to treat immigrants, how we're going to treat trans people and people of color, how we treat our planet.
Meghan and Edward spent the past 7 months creating what they've dubbed the Forces for Change issue, featuring 15 changemakers personally selected by the duo for the powerful and positive changes they're making in the world.
I think my force for change is me. The ability to spend time inside. I think it's the strongest force to change the world.
Amongst those highlighted are Laverne Cox, Jamila Jamil, Jane Fonda, Selma Hayek, Yara Shahidi, and even New Zealand Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern, who the Duchess met during her official tour of the country last fall. You'll notice, however, that while 15 changemakers have been featured on the cover, there are actually 16 boxes. According to Edward, the additional box will appear as a mirror on the printed cover and was included at the special request of the Duchess to show that all of us, in fact, are part of this moment too. One person not featured on the front of the mag, shot by photographer Peter Lindbergh, is the Duchess herself. In a statement, Edward revealed that the Duchess respectfully declined, feeling that it would be in some ways a boastful thing to do for this particular project. She wanted instead to focus on the women she admires. This includes former First Lady Michelle Obama, who talked motherhood and maturity with the Duchess for the magazine's Q&A feature.
It's magic.
According to Meghan, she landed the interview with Michelle over a casual lunch of chicken tacos and my ever-burgeoning bump. In the rare chat, the former First Lady says that motherhood has been a masterclass of letting go, adding that it's taught her to give daughters Malia and Sasha space to explore and develop into the people they're meant to be. When the Duchess asked Michelle what her 15-year-old self would think of who she's become, the 55-year-old mom of 2 responded that she'd be proud, but also wouldn't let her off the hook, adding, quote, "She'd remind me there are still too many girls on the south side of Chicago who are being shushed, cast aside, or told they're dreaming too big. She'd tell me to keep fighting for them." But the best part is what teenage Michelle would say about Barack Obama. Quote, "If I'm being honest, she'd probably smile about how cute my husband is, too."
Careful what you wish for.
As ET previously reported, the Forces for Change issue will also feature conversations between Meghan and her hubby, Prince Harry, as well as Jane Goodall and stories from all 15 women highlighted on the cover.
May we empower each other to carry out such vision, because it isn't enough to simply talk about equality. One must believe in it, and it isn't enough to simply believe in it. One must work at it. Let us work at it together, starting now.